Hi everyone, I thought I'd give you a very honest look at what a messy room looks like once I've moved some kittens out. They kick litter everywhere, they walk through their poo, they make an absolute mess. Somehow they get litter in the water. I have moved their main food and water bowls out because this is where Cupcake's litter was, and we still have Dolly and Pancake from her litter here. They'll be leaving late next week. But I desperately need this room for Alphabet's litter because, yeah, we're just struggling with the carpet in the other room. So I'll be cleaning up this room, taking a few things out, rearranging, putting some of their things in. So they are 7 weeks tomorrow, so this will probably be their 7-week update video. But yep, just to give you an idea of what we're looking like at the moment and what I have to clean.
A few moments later.
Right, so we're done. I mean, I wish it was that quick, but it took me a long time. So you've got to vacuum and move everything and scrub and disinfect. It takes time for the disinfectant to work, but I think we're all good. So I've taken a few things out and left a few things in. And I'm going to trial having their food here and having their water over there. Somehow they always manage to get litter in the water. I'm not sure how, but anyway. So we've got their trays over here. And whenever I'm moving kittens from another room into this room, I always bring the same trays they had. I mean, no matter how much I disinfect, they just seem to have I don't know whether it's a smell or it's just the tray they associate the litter with, but yeah, anyway, we've got the same trays. And clean litter. And we've got a few of their smaller cat trees and caves they're used to. Some toys. I put together a Santa sleigh cardboard thing for them. And they had the cupcake in the other room, so we've got that. So we'll see how they go. I'm always slightly worried when there's a taller cat tree. But there's 7 weeks, so you know, they should be all right. And I try and have steps. So if they do get on top, they have a way down. Now I didn't move this because they have the same one in the other room, so I figured we'll just leave that there, disinfect it, be fine. That one there is from their other room. The watermelons, theirs. Some of these toys are theirs, some of them are new. And I've put some stuff in the middle of the room for the person who was wondering why I didn't. There's no reason, I just have a habit of putting things around the edge of the room. So we'll go and get them, see if they like their new setup. just given them some food. They've all sort of slowed down a bit, but Alphabet's a little bit unsettled. So I thought maybe she might like some food. She hasn't been in this room before, so. But her kittens decided that would be quite tasty. Good girl, there we go. Everybody else is exhausted from all their running around. I've got a couple, whenever I squat down, they always come over and, hello? Let's see what's going on. Very sleepy. So they don't normally have lunch, but she's struggling a bit with the 7. We're at the age where she should start putting on all of her weight again, but she's hungry all the time, so I feed her as much as she can eat. And now these guys are on solids, that will make it a lot easier. Oh, hello, you're very cute. Oh, we're back in. Kittens are awake. They've had a power nap. Alphabet's telling me she's really not sure about this room. She's like, I don't know. It's all very, very new. There's a lot for them to do. No, she's just a meowy sort of cat. Okay. That one's got my sock. Oh, I don't know where they pulled that from. She's all right, just giving her a pat. Yeah. Have you lost control of your children? Good girl. Look at this one. Very brave. This one's caught a star. So here we are, I've just sat myself right in the middle and somebody's come to sit on my lap. Hello. So Alphabet, 7 kittens. We've given these guys a lot of time just to grow without really posting a whole lot. And really need to give them a bit more time. They're just a little bit gangly, and that could just be from them being from a litter of 7. Here we go. Oh yeah, hello. Oh, choo-choo. And they're, whoopsie, they're just starting to lose the grubbiness on their faces. Yeah, you can hop up. There you go. Oh, someone's put that in the tray. You can see we're just a little bit gawky. Someone on my lap's purring away. Chewing me. So there's not a lot to say about these guys. They're just growing into themselves, and we're just waiting for some of their markings to come through. As you can see, this one, the mask is coming through nicely. You want to show us your mask? No. That one's taking a bit more time. So one of the main questions I mentioned in the last video, but I didn't actually answer it. I don't quite know how that happened, but someone asked, how do we assign kittens? So that depends on a lot of different factors. It's pretty rare that I advertise. Usually they are all pre-booked. So someone will usually send me an email or a message and they'll say what they're looking for, and it could be a family looking for a really friendly pet, or it could be someone looking for a very specific colour or specific markings. So we usually try and fit the kitten to the family as best we can. Again, sometimes when someone wants a really specific marking, we're asked a lot for, hi Alphabet. So we're asked a lot for perfectly marked blue bicolours. And that doesn't happen very often. So sometimes it might just depend if someone's waiting for that. Sometimes they might be wanting very specifically a boy or a girl. So often there's specific requirements that people want, and we do try and fit the kitten. If I have a family that just wants a really friendly kitten, I'll usually offer them a few different choices. It can be a little bit tricky because often kittens will change in their new home. I've had some here that are perhaps a bit more reserved, and then they go to their new home and they just come out of their shell. But generally the temperaments here are very consistent. We do get some that are very in your face and others that are friendly but a little bit quieter, but we don't get any super shy or frightened kittens, not usually. And if there is one that's a bit quieter, again, they often do change once they get into their new home. Oh, is that comfy up there? Sometimes we might have people looking for a show kitten, and usually they might get first choice if I've got a few of them. But yeah, it really depends on the individual and what I have in the litters, how long people are prepared to wait. Oh, good job. You nearly made it. Again, at this stage, we're not shipping too many internationally. I am looking into it, but yeah, at this point in time, just Australia and maybe Hong Kong, Singapore and New Zealand. But it is quite expensive, the flights from Australia. Oh, but this one's being very gentle. He's sniffing my hand. I should also add, we want people to be happy too. So, if they're not happy with some of the ones offered, I'll do my best to perhaps offer some different ones, or maybe they might wait for a different litter. Oh, I've got some paw action over here. Somebody under there. Got some very brave kittens wanting to look out the window. They could probably jump up there, but I'm not sure if climbing the way they're trying to is going to work. And they'll figure it out. So I've made it so they can walk along there and then jump down over here or onto the cupcake, which is pretty cool. So we might be keeping one from this litter. I'm not sure yet. Alphabet's getting on a bit, and even though we do have one daughter from her, Tiny, it would be good to have another to take her place. So I'm not quite sure yet. We have 3 girls in this litter, so we might keep one, or we might keep one from her next litter. But I think her next litter, if she does have another litter, will be her last. So we'll just see how we go, see how these ones turn out. It can be so hard to pick the right kitten. As we sort of thought we were going to keep Pancake, and it didn't quite work out. She wasn't quite what I was wanting to add to the program. And that can sometimes happen, and it's really hard when you, especially when you give them a name and tell everyone you're keeping them, and you sort of start thinking of them as yours. It can be really hard. So I'm a little hesitant to decide early with these guys. We may even keep 2 and run them on. I know there's a very keen overseas breeder that's waiting for one, and we want to make sure we send like a really high quality one. So hopefully we do have a couple that turn out as good as Alphabet, but right now a little bit young to tell. You're about to fall off. Whoops. And they chew everything. It was getting quite full on in my other room. So they should be much better in this room. Lots of space, lots of things to do. And a bit more space for Alphabet, who's over here. So if you have any questions at all, please feel welcome to drop a comment. I'll do my best to answer. Sometimes it takes me a few days, but I do try to get to most of them. And if you have made it this far and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It does help us a lot with the algorithm. We've got some serious climbing going on. And we've got a few videos in the works. It's we've had a heat wave where I live, and now I live in a more bushfire prone area. It's a little bit nerve-wracking watching the emergency apps to see if any fires are close by. So now we're through that, thankfully, at least for the few days. We can focus on getting some more videos made. But until then, I might say goodbye and these kittens can have a sleep. You're all right, that was quite a landing. Come here, you're okay. You want to chew me, that's fine, you can chew. Yeah, she seems fine. All right, sleepy time for kittens.